Hello, everybody. Wow, I'm not sure what just happened here. Give me a second, guys. That's what happened when you are trying to do things not the right way. Don't ever do this, by the way, guys. And for some reason, I'm seeing double. You guys see two of me right now? As if one of me is not powerful enough. There's two of me right now with you. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. And here I am trying to show up early for everybody. Hello. Let me kill one of my camera. This one. Yay! I am here. Hang on 1 second. One moment, please. Let me make this a little bit more prettier for you guys. There you go. Now I got this. I was wondering what was going on earlier, why I couldn't see myself. So in full disclosure, everybody, I have a 3-year-old with me today. Let me just, fingers crossed, I will stay on here as long as I can. He has all the treat that he should need on the table right now. So with that said, if we're meeting for the very first time, my name is Holly Lee. I am a career coach. I'm here to help you pass your job interview, providing all my tools and strategies to help you land a position at Amazon, Google, Facebook, Apple, whatever it is to your pleasing with top tier company. I don't have the time to talk about Q&A, specifically behavioral question today. Normally I do. So what I would love to spend our time to be more effective to all of you guys who's asking is, I am ready to go right into the meat and answer all of your questions. So if you're new for the very first time, please do put new. Let me know where you're watching from. I get really excited when I see different names. A lot of you guys have nickname on here. If you already reach out to me on LinkedIn, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. So make sure you tell me on LinkedIn what scream name you have, okay? Thank you so much for the 25 thumbs up. And there is like double the amount of people who's watching right now. So please help me trick the Google algorithm. They really love emoji thumbs up in the chat right here and also on the video comment as well. Okay, so let's get started. Hey Nitu, hey Dancy, hello Anlu, hey Beth. Oh, my coaching community is a lot of you guys here. Hey Fami, welcome back. Mark, Dansky, Dipti, HT, how are you? Milton. Marita, that's a really nice profile picture, by the way. It's me. I see you. It's me. Irvina, how are you? Anjita. And Pamini, welcome. Okay, so let's get started here, okay? Pamini says, my question for today, okay, before I forget, guys, I do manage 3 different platforms. I know that some of you guys are here, which is Patreon community, my coaching platform on Discord, as well as my master class. And I did tell a couple of the folks to tell me their questions on here. If you're not on here yet, I will jump onto the other screen. But for now, for those who actually already show up, I'm gonna get right into the meat. Hello, Mimi says, my question for today, how can I answer what is the hardest technical problem you've solved? Well, interestingly that you've asked. This could also be what is the most innovative thing that you've done relating to the problem that you've solved, right? Normally when we have done our career highlight, it always has to do with what have you done to deliver to the customer or your company in general. That is a question. If you haven't already, I just put on all of my examples in the Amazon Leadership Principle, actually in Discord, in my coaching community. You know who you are. Look at the innovative video first, and that should answer the question, okay? When you're thinking about answering any behavioral questions, you need to make sure to stay large, scale, and scope. Now, some professional that doesn't come with on big tech companies, I would need to explain a little bit more. What I mean is that think about the experience that you have even with smaller companies, mid-sized company. startups, right? What have you done, if you could, where you're able to implement different offices? If you don't have onshore, offshore experience or global experience, what about how you could benefit your customers or your team with multiple location, even North America or like within Seattle? I'm just making this up, okay? That's what I mean by large scale. I know that a lot of my customers have that experience. They just don't understand the questions and the type of answer that a company like Amazon should expect, okay? Because at the end of the day, Amazon likes to hire professionals that has the exact industry experience fitting into the environment. However, guys, I should mention this, that 95% at least of all the people I've helped to land a job at Amazon, they're strictly out of startup or work for like T-Mobile's, AT&T, not even a software tech company like Expedia, for example. I'm just throwing it out there, okay? And military as well. There's quite a few of them as a OPM or ops manager. So if you don't have the big tech company, don't worry about that. At the end of the day, it's how you create your story, okay? I should probably mention that 97% of you who's watching me are not subscriber. So if you're sitting in the back seat, thank you for being here. Make sure you drop your comment in the section so I know who you are. And if you're not giving me a thumbs up, you need to tell me why, and I'm more than happy to answer your question. But think of yourself as sitting in a classroom, right? You're taking note, which is great. There's introvert and extrovert, I get it. But also, you know, you could create a nickname, screen name of "it's me," for example, on the screen name here, and just put your questions down so that you could be prepared to get the job that you want, okay? Hello, HT. HT says, and let me just drag it here. HT says, could you please give me a reasonable answer for a beginner? Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Well, this is not really a trick question. When the employer asks you this, they wanted to see what is your vision, right? For someone who's more junior or don't really know, you're starting your career, I'm assuming, because you mentioned beginner, okay? I would simply just say, you know, I'm starting my career and I feel that my experiences either in academia background or whatever that you've done, I have great knowledge with, for example, customer service. I don't know anything about your background, so I'm totally making this up, HT, okay? I'm interested in this opportunity with Amazon or AB company because it is a tremendous opportunity for grow in my background in, let's just say, customer service. Whatever you are, software engineer, whatever that title that you're aiming for. So if, of course, you don't know what your vision for 5 years is, but simply be very honest and just tell them that I'm starting my career. It's a tremendous opportunity for me to grow with all the problems that I'll be able to solve, the smart people that I'll be working with, and this product that I'm passionate about, okay? So make sure you do some homework with the group or team that you're interested in, and that should help you give at least, you know, 1 or 2 different things like I've just mentioned and how you can rephrase that. I hope you guys like baby nursery music in the background. Arvina, how are you? Arvina says, did you have a situation when your boss did not agree with your proposal? What was it and how did you handle it? First, I would refer you to my Earn Trust Amazon Leadership Principle playlist. There's a whole playlist that's called Amazon Leadership Playlist. It's really a wiki to explain to you what that means and how could you framed around your questions that would hit almost all of the leadership principle. And the biggest tip I can give all of you guys, you do need to know the 14 leadership principle, assuming that 99.9% of you guys are all interviewing for Amazon and that's why you're here. But focus more on answering the question, okay? When you answer the questions correctly that demonstrate your ability to think big and dive deep, you will hit most of the leadership principle. And I have recently actually did a video on this as well. It is in my Amazon Leadership Principle playlist as well as the Amazon Interview Tips playlist, okay? And for disagree and commit, they're really looking at your initiative in having backbone. What did you do to gather data to present that data or material to your manager to convince them? even at the end of the day, if your manager says, no, I don't agree with you, but the employer is trying to see, are you able to dive deep to present the right information before you convince someone to say yes to you? Okay, so that is the trick here, guys. Are you able to think big, and what kind of conversation are you having with your boss? Let me know in the comment below, Arvina, if I've answered that question for you. And Anjita, for telephone interview for finance analysts, I've had a lot of people that have asked me that most recent 6 months. I know that there's a lot of video on that with finance analysts. It is called the Amazon Interview Tips live Q&A like this. I put all of my top 10 videos relating to interview tips or LP or behavioral question in different playlists to make it easier for you guys to find. In fact, there's hyperlink for everything. So you just have to look for finance analysts, okay? So the bottom line is, for a finance analyst, you have to know what tools you're using. How do you generate reporting and matrix for your customers? And by the way, who are your customers? I'm assuming internal, right? So you need to make sure that you create stories around how do you deliver reporting to your end user? You know, what type of database do you use? I see a lot of the folks at Amazon. I don't know if they still do this because it's been 2 years since I was at Amazon. They do use Tableau. They do use SQL. Not everyone. So again, don't quote me on that. Take everything I'm telling you as a grain of salt. I do see some requirements as I'm helping a couple finance manager right now. The job calls for Oracle. It's Oracle, Tableau, and SQL, okay? So you really need to look at the preferred qualification and understand what that role entails as a finance analyst. Oh, Arvina, Amazon offered me a job, but I turned their offer down as non-competitive with the current job market. Oh, did you turn it down because of compensation? And nobody ever contacted me with a counter offer. Huh. Arvina, what location are you currently at? This is very uncommon of Amazon to not follow up with you at all. If you're watching right now, and I know that there's been a lot of Amazon recruiter who has been connecting with me on LinkedIn, I hope you guys are watching this, because I've heard from a lot of my community member, a lot of folks who landed a job offer, and you as well, Arvina, just giving this example. If someone turns down the offer, I know that Amazon has a massive amount of candidates right now. They're busy generating an offer, but you should always, recruiters and hiring managers, you should always follow up with the candidates, okay, and figure out why. You should always try to take care of your people, because when someone joins Amazon, it's for long term, and it is a lot of people's dream company. So the advice I would have for an Amazon recruiter is that, you know, the candidates spend weeks, if not months, interviewing to get an offer, and you should really probably spend some time to figure out why. So I'm scrolling down very quickly here just to make sure that you guys hear my audio. I can tell my audio is working, but you'll never know. Beth says, Arvina, did they offer you stock? They should be, but I would dive deep a little bit more. Arvina, if the offer is non-competitive, and I'm sorry, I can't remember what position you were interviewing for, reach out to me on LinkedIn. Let's peel the layer of onions a little bit here and dive deeper. And I can show you how to follow up, maybe not the recruiter or the hiring manager, not asking for money, but asking to understand why no one had follow up with you, because it seems a little weird for me. Yeah, this is the joy of live stream, right, guys? The whole world is watching me right now, and I'm not I'm not editing. When you live stream, you can't really edit anything. If you do, you will lose all of the engagement. And I, for one, am very raw with my feedback, because I think that my viewer, like you guys, wanted to hear the most authentic me. My goal is to get you a job, not to tell you what you want to hear. Sharmara, hello, how are you? Marita says, I'm new, hi. Check out Marita's profile pictures. I love this. Very nice. I hope your LinkedIn profile have a similar photo. I'm new. Amazon scout me for a senior compliance associate. I'm struggling with questions related to principle. Leaders are write a lot. You know what? Write a lot is actually one of the tougher one. Next Tuesday, when my child's not with me, I am going to do a questions and a personal example from Amazon on I'll write a lot, okay? So just hang in there, wait for me, because when I put examples, I have to really think about the best example that can cater towards a lot of the audience so you guys would understand. Good? Don't worry, it's coming. Fionissus Design, how are you? Thanks for coming back. Fanny, thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys. And Milton, good to see you. Irvin, love your support. Thank you, it's me. Thank you, HK. Thank you, everyone, for coming back here. All right, enough. Let's carry on. Dippy, hello, welcome back. Dansky, your tips helped me so much in my interview. Well, you welcome. Let me know how your interview goes. It gets me really excited. And I do invite, I think there's about 6 people that reach out to me on LinkedIn. And I know that a lot of them are in Asia and India. If you can't make it to the live, I understand. But if you could come in here to announce that you have a job offer, just by showing up in my community like this every week, it motivates everybody and it pumps all my audience up, specifically what video really stood out to you and my STAR method techniques, okay? Rajesh, hello. Fanny says, tell me once you gave up on a short-term goal for long-term gain. That's customer obsessions. That's actually many things, right? The employer wants to know when you make a decision short term, it may not make sense to your manager or your team specifically, but what sacrifices do you have as an example where long term really means it could be a month later, a few months later, or 6 months later that your team and customers see a huge benefit of that, okay? Let me give you a personal example, Fami. I love throwing in the dart. I love it, guys. Give me things like this. Make it harder for me because it actually gets me really excited and motivated to do it. Gosh, there's so many examples. Okay. I am going to, well, I have a lot of examples. I don't want to use an example as a career coach because as a business owner, that's not relevant to job seeker. I'm going to use an example for, even at Facebook recently, and I talk about this really briefly in the last video on Invent and Simplify, okay? The example that I could share with you is on the short term for long term goal was when I went through a reorg, I really had no team. I took a really big risk of interviewing about 25 people. I can't remember, I lost count. This was a year and a half ago. I leveraged the college program. Basically, people with a bachelor's degree of any kind. I didn't care. I was aiming for ambitious professionals to hire and build my team. So I did. I hired 4 people with no experience. It was a big risk. A lot of my peers, whom I have leveraged in my interview loop, which is a lot of the recruiting managers and leaders, right? I do get questions even with other recruiters that I know of within Facebook, and some of them came from Amazon that I've known really well, basically told me, I'm like, Holly, you're really ballsy. That's a really big risk. Are you sure you don't want to settle for 1 or 2? You want 4? I mean, shoot, if I can get 10, I would have gone 10 because 1 is frugality. I'm saving the company money. I'm testing out my staff, and if they can deliver in 9 months or a year, I would convert them to full time. It's a win-win for everyone, and giving these individuals an opportunity to grow and work for one of the top tier company in the world, right? So the end result of that was I hired 4 and they met the goal from 100 to 150%. True story in 6 months. Okay, so family and everyone who's watching, you have to think about an example where you have taken an action, you have an action plan, and everyone looked at you very puzzly, and basically some may even turn their back on you and think that it is not an intelligent move, but you proved them wrong. So what is it? What is it that you have done that you're able to impact? Daniel, how are you, Daniel? Invited for an interview at AWS Senior Cloud Technical Program Manager. Awesome. I recently helped a level 6 Senior Cloud Technical account manager and program manager at AWS as well. Tell me about a time when you invented something. Well, Daniel, funny that you answer. Look at the last week's live stream. It is called Invent and Simplify. I've given you my personal example and as well as a couple other folks like this. We're so lucky to have you. Oh, thank you, Fanny. I'm glad that helps. Well, I'm lucky to have all of you guys. If you guys don't show up, if just one of you guys showed up every week, I will be here. I will be here as long as we're in the middle of recession to help you, okay? In fact, not just Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I'm thinking about opening another live at 10 p.m. at night. You heard me, 10 p.m. for Asia Pacific, because there's so many of you who reach out to me that told me that you really want to come to my live and you can't make it. So I am opening another one effective in the upcoming 2 weeks or so. As soon as daycare is available and I can put my child back into a routine, that would happen. Nitu says, please share an example. Tell me about a time you disagree with your boss and how did you handle it? Have a challenge decision. I believe you have a pretty good example, Nitu. I did actually share an example. It was, God, which one? I've done so many videos, guys. I think it was it Invent and, no, it wasn't Invent and Simplified. Hire and develop the best. You know, guys, I'm losing it. But let me give you a quick example, okay, Nitu? Basically, as a recruiting, by the way, you always want to mention what position title you're in so the interviewer know what your scope was and how it makes sense or didn't make sense to the interviewer, okay? When I was a recruiting lead for the consumer space several years ago, I saw a gap on my Austin office having 20 plus new hire engineering leader with no onboarding program, and that's really an HR business partner or generalist function, because the rule of the game is unless your office has 50 plus people, there's no representation in HR. Because I was so customer obsessed, and those are my hire, they're my baby. You know, I work my tail off to build that team from ground up. I reach out to every single one of the new hired. I basically walk them through the onboarding program, how to fill out the I-9. First, I have to train myself to leverage my Seattle HR business partner and then relate all of that to the team. It worked out really well. My director that I partner with that are based in the Austin office was very pleased. However, during my performance review, it was the first time that I've heard from my manager, I hope he's watching this, that was really my number one negative feedback. And I was really shocked that I was diving too deep and it wasn't part of my job. And I was trying too hard to earn trust with the business. I, however, did not see that. I see that as a gap and as an opportunity to get my hired, it's also a customer experience. All of you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys shop on Amazon.com. It's a customer experience, it's an employee experience. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that people are being taken care of and I don't care who they are. So I didn't feel the need to apologize. And that was it. That was my evaluation. That was one of the ultimate negative feedback for me in my review, was because I was diving too deep in doing an HR function that was not part of my job. But guess what, guys? If I have a staff like that, if you report to me, if you come to me and say, hey, Holly, by the way, what do you think about this? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm just gonna onboard everyone. I don't care if I have to work past 6 p.m. because I need them to start. I need them to be excited to build out the awesome team for us. I would be so stoked if one of my staff did something like that, okay? Again, there's good manager and bad managers, okay? A good manager or leader should be able to support you in your decision and understand what you're going through and do whatever he or she could to support you. So that is my personal example that is HR recruiting related. Mark, double coaching. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if you guys woke up, Mark. I know. I wanted to make sure that you guys saw both of me and not one of me, as if you're not having enough. And Lou, so happy to see you back every single time. Anlu is actually supporting me in my Discord on the technical support side. Anlu actually has been my community member on YouTube for about 5 months. I think she's been around for about 2+ months. Yeah, we have this conversation 2+ months or so, and impatiently waiting for her start date as an SDE. Hi, Sin. Good to see you, Mohammed. We're from Germany. Thank you so much for spending this time with me in Europe. It's getting late in Europe. I know. Madrid is in the house. Hello, hello. Another Spain. Milton, if I don't, okay. I remember you. Don't worry, I remember you, Milton. It's kind of crazy, guys. I have a very visual memory. So that's what I mean. When you show up to my live stream once or twice, I pretty much remember even down to the position that you're interviewing for and where you're from. I just like to ask that because the people who are on here, they could also relate to you. And if a lot of you guys who are in my Discord coaching platform or my Patreon, I want people to connect with each other, even to do mock interview with one another, all right? That's why it's really important for me to know where everyone is from, what role they're interviewing with, that can help out the community. I was on last week's live and I was diving in your content for more than 72 hours. That's it? Just 72 hours? And it was worth it. Just playing with you, Milton. Oh, you made the final round. I'm very close now to land this position and I'm aiming for quite a while. You have a big participation in it. Aw, thanks, Milton. Thank you so much. Come back and tell me that you have landed an offer, okay? I have to look on my seconds too, just to make sure I'm not missing. Denise, star. Thank you. Denise. In first time. In says, I have done one phone interview, which actually took place on Amazon Chime. Everything is on Amazon Chime right now, guys, for their video conference. By the way, guys, I have a video called Video Conference, and I also have created a checklist for you, everything you should know, down to how to use Glassdoor. So make sure you download that in the video, okay? It's virtual interview. Part one, part two, I know. You could only put 200 characters on YouTube comment. I'm curious to know if you have a group personalized or individual training plans available. I visited the website and was slightly confused on your payment plans. Well, it's very, very simple. I'm glad that you asked. Everything that I'm doing on my business page is really brand spanking new as July, guys. I did it because I'm offering a 40% discount for all of my services because of the pandemic. And yes, a lot of the folks that are in my program, I want to say 90% of them have been affected. My monthly plan is the VIP and also the premium tier. The difference between, I might as well just do it now because a lot of you guys are asking me that. My premium plan, basically you have access to everything. My star method example, also from the community. Basically, you see all of my nips and tricks and tools and being able to collaborate. I call them peers, the community, right? And the only difference between that and the VIP, it's all monthly plan, by the way. All of that is that I do have a Monday and Wednesday coaching for 2 hours for the community. So that's a different, it's live on Zoom. However, once a month, or if I have time, if time allow, I will do all community, all tier via Zoom at least once a month for all of my member on Patreon, as well as Discord and my masterclass. That is because for those who simply just can't afford any amount to be part of my community, they're just simply supporting my YouTube channel for $10 a month on Patreon. There you go. It's for you, okay? And so far, I've been doing it twice a month. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. When I do have time, I do want to jump on because, guys, doing this stuff, I'm really pumped. My community member knows that this is a hobby. As weird as this sounds like, it took me 21 years to find my passion, and this is it. 21 years, guys, okay? When I realized that before I jump on my group coaching every Sunday night for Monday morning or Tuesday for Wednesday, I can't even sleep. That's how excited I am. So when I have bandwidth, I will jump on for my community. And that's why you hear me talk a lot about the VIP coaching, because I do jump on pretty often for the community. And there's also private. I don't talk a lot about private because I'm fully booked. Full disclosure, should you need my time, it is extremely early in Pacific Standard Time. I can do it. I could only take one client per month, okay? Because my energy is with a lot of the group platform that I have right now, including the masterclass, okay? And if that have not answered your questions, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn with that. But if you're reaching out to me on LinkedIn and wanting like a quick tip, I can't. I can't give you a quick tip because I have to look at your LinkedIn profile. I have to know your background. I have to know who I'm dealing with so that I don't give you some BS answer so that I can move on to the next person, okay? A lot of you will see me giving you link to do some homework, or I'll recommend some video for you to watch, because at the end of the day, guys, every questions that you guys are asking me relating to interview tip, it's on the video. Hang on. It's in my video, okay? I'm making it so simple for you guys to follow. Hi, Anita. Hi, Zal. In Seattle. Yay! Another Seattle person. Anita say, love your enthusiasm. With or without coffee, I think this is very natural. I love coaching. Night, day, weekend, weekday, I don't care. And by the way, I do work 7 days a week. My community member are telling me to cut the shit off and take the weekend off. I'm working on it. So on the weekend, I'm trying to check my email here and there and cut it off. But I love it. I really have to find the brand of coffee you drink. It's not really the brand of coffee I drink. I'm just generally very motivated in coaching. But if you're interested, it's Nguyen's Coffee. It's a Vietnamese coffee that you can get off of Amazon. And they have a huge warehouse in Brooklyn. You can get it right off of Amazon. It's Nguyen Coffee. That's funny. Madison Ben, how are you? GS Kareem Kumar from New Jersey. Hello, hello. Your first time. Well, welcome. I'm glad you can make it, Fionasis. Fami, no, my friend, you cannot repeat the same question. Can I have the same question repeated 2 times in the loop session to be asked, for example, regarding critical issues, sort out twice with 2 different wordings? It's not about different wordings. Your situation have to change, right? For example, I just gave you guys an example how it's for invent and simplify. Also disagree and commit, where I don't see eye to eye with my boss, using the same example and how I built a team at Facebook. But the way how I have worded is completely different. You can use the same example, but your wording have to be completely different, and your end result have to tie to your situation. Okay, that's why the STAR method is so powerful. It's what problem you're trying to solve, and that problem you're trying to solve, it is completely different along with your action plan. All right, go check out my Invent and Simplified. That should be able to answer some of your questions, Fanny. From Hawaii, hello, Jonathan. Fingers crossed for your solution architect interview tomorrow. 15 years of experience in enterprise. I have no AWS S experience, but I do have AWS certificate. Is this bad? Well, I can't answer you if this is good or bad, Jonathan. It's all about your overall presentation and your ability to articulate in any interview with any employer, okay? I'm gonna say this one more time. Star, 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 star. Can you all please give me a star right now? What is the situation? What is it? What is the situation that you're trying to tell the interviewer? Your task is, what problem are you trying to solve? Okay, what problem? At the bare minimum, you need to know what problem you're solving before you go on answering your question. Okay, what is your action plan? What did you actually do? Not we, not they, not team. What did you actually do to solve the problem? And what was the end result? And from your end result, the biggest tip I can give all of you, get to the point. Give me 1 sentence if you could, and just wrap it up, because you do want to tease the interviewer to ask you a probing question, and you're setting them up based on the answer you're giving them, okay? And this tone right here, what I'm doing with you guys and my community member who are on the live stream knows, the way how I'm teaching you guys is not any different from my paid membership, okay? It is the exact same thing, except you have more visual on share screen. But you have to create your story. If you're really lost and don't know what behavioral questions to use, check out my Amazon Leadership Principle playlist, where I talk about my top 10 leadership principle in each one of those video. And guys, they're 12 to 15 minutes long. That's it. I like shrink it down for you guys, okay? There are at least 2 to 4 top behavioral questions each for people manager and individual contributor. If you need to answer those, take that and take a look at my STAR methods, okay? There's so many videos out there for you guys. Let's just say, let me give you an example, right? If you guys look at Invent and Simplify, and now you know what it is in my Amazon Leadership Principle playlist, and you know the behavioral questions, great. Now, move on over to my Amazon Leadership Principle answer. I gave you an example, and I also help you guys live streaming like this. I make it so easy for you guys. All you have to do is look at my template, look at how I'm coaching others, and simply just create your answer. It is all there for you, laid out beautifully. GS. I can hear my kid coming here. Hi, Jing Jing. Oh, you want mama open your iPad for you? Oh, no, okay, give mama do it for you. Give iPad, mama open for you. Give mama iPad, please. Give mama iPad. I don't know if you realize I'm live streaming right now. Okay, let's do this. Okay, right here. Oh no, what is happening? What is happening? Oh, it's not working? Okay. Oh no, what's hot to? Oh, here you go. Here you go. Go play with your planets, okay? Go put your planets together. Show mama how many planets you have. Okay, and I'm back. GS. How should I answer describe the most significant improvement in the project you have lead? How much matrix should include? Well, for this, I would also look at how are you able to solve equations with limited to no data? I recently have done that. I think it was 3 weeks ago. Look into the video. You can't miss it, okay? Again, it's Amazon Leadership Principle Answer. That is the playlist. If you look at it, basically, I gave you an example where there were no data, and I'm trying to solve a process as well as improving the overall recruiting strategies or recruiting plan, put it together without anyone telling me what to do. Is also bias for action, would insist on higher standard and delivering results, and customer obsession as well, okay? So check out that video. If you can't find an answer, GS on that, write me a message on LinkedIn and let me know. First of all, let me know that you're GS from the live stream so I remember who you are, okay? Put that on there and I will direct you to the right resource as well. Nice, Jonathan. Good job. Vu, hey Vu, what if I'm applying to an entry-level position and I have no prior experience? How should I answer behavioral questions? If you're applying to an entry-level position, the interviewer is not looking for you to save the world because they already know that you don't have that much experience. And if you are selected for the interview process, they're not going to ask you silly questions. They will basically look at your LinkedIn profile or resume. By the way, I hope you guys all have your branding ready to go on your LinkedIn, okay? That's what the employer is looking at. They will ask questions basically off of that. You could still answer the same thing, right? Do you have an academia background? Do you have an example where you demonstrate excellent customer service where you're obsessed and went above and beyond? And let me tell you this, Vu, a lot of my customers from a military background, that has nothing to do with technology or AWS, right? They all landed a job at Amazon simply because of their storytelling ability and the way they communicate. Amazon love to hire a producer. What does that mean, guys? That means you're willing to work hard in figuring it out instead of asking people meaning asking your peers or your manager how to do something, okay? So your ability and your aptitude and your appetite to learn is a huge factor in how you can land a job at Amazon. That's very different from a lot of employers. Hi, Naveen. Hey, Tram. Your first time, well, welcome. Fatih, welcome. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, guys. For those of you interviewing with Amazon, I encourage you to join Holly's VIP community. Oh, thanks, Beth. Thank you, Beth. Hi, Mai. Mai, where are you calling? Where are you calling from? Hi, Varun. How are you? Anthony, in Florida, I just finished a phone interview for a workers' compensation specialist with hiring manager, and I get the third interviewed. No, 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 no. Never use the same story. Rewatch this. Hey, Varun. Varun, did you land an offer? Is this the same Varun? Hey, Logan. With your help in this video, oh, you landed an Amazon offer. Yay! Wait, does my thing work? Wait, hang on. I'm excited. I need to find you know what? I can't find it right now, but yay! Congratulations. Thank you so much for coming here and giving us the good news. Mai says HR sent an email to update interview status for the loop. However, before HR calling one day, HR says that the hiring wanted to make a call to check on some queries. What does it mean? I don't even know what that means, to be honest. What does that mean? What position are you interviewing for, Mai? That's very confusing. Some queries. What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. Did you show an example of your work to the Amazon recruiter? Or did you take an online assessment? That's what I'm feeling here. Because if you did before the initial conversation, the recruiter, it's not really HR, they're recruiters. You don't work with HR until you get the job. The HR folks usually onboard you, okay? If you take an online assessment of any kind or do your pre-work before the initial phone interview or phone conversation, they do want it to check to see if you answer the questions correctly. I'm assuming that's what you meant, okay? So verify with me, Maya, and let me know if that have answered your question. Hey, Naveen. Oh, really? So I apply under the diversity quota LGBTQ. I'm LGBTQ, woohoo! By the way, at Amazon, I was the one of the very early adapter. LGBTQ is really lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and so on and so forth. That community was very empty about 6 years ago, and now they have exploded. So I'm very happy that Amazon is considering, when you talk about diversity, it's not just, you know, black and white and all that stuff. It's everything, right? It's age, is Hispanic, it's, you know, LGBT, it's, you know, disability even. It's a number of different things. Women of any color, right? So it's a number of different things. So I'm really happy to know that Amazon is putting more effort into it. Consider I hardly have any experience in the role. Do you think even if I have any chance of getting through? Of course, Naveen. As mentioned earlier, you have to really look at my top pick and behavioral question and try to answer them with the STAR methods. I mentioned the Amazon Leadership Principle answer, and I have my top 5 behavioral questions and answer for you. On top of that, if you're still not satisfied, I went through all of this and answered your direct example as well, and even critique it live like this in the last 5 weeks. So make sure you go back to that, and you need to show up prepared. The more prepared you are, the likelihood of you getting the job is super high. And I just told you guys, I have a bunch of military professional who landed a job without like an ounce of technical software experience or the environment or any of it, or moving at the speed of lightning. Like Amazon, okay? And when I ask them, even the ones who doesn't have military background, basically if they have an operation manager position without even being ever stepped foot into a warehouse setting, a fulfillment center, when I ask them, how do you think, what made you land an offer with Amazon? And all of them said the same thing. Holly, it has a lot to do with the way that you have critiqued my answer in the weekly mock interview, as well as a STAR method in creating the answer. Okay? I'm telling you guys, you have to start doing it. And when you don't have at least bare minimum 10 story that sounds really sharp and you can evaluate your own answer, if it's not good enough, then you're not going to get the offer. It has a lot to do with your ability to persuade how hungry you are in landing that offer by being prepared. Dipti says, I did a mistake when answering salary expectation. Did you get an offer, Dipti? I answered these questions before I knew what the role and the level. Oh, yeah. Don't do that. Initially, I thought I was being interviewed for an SD1. They gave a very low number, and that too, the salary and compensation. After answering to the question, I came to know that this is a role for SD2. Guys, this is a very good problem to have when you think you're an SD1, you get an offer for level 5 SD2. Right on. Congratulations. Yay! I know it's a big mistake. I just have to clap because it's very, very hard to land an offer as an SD2 at Amazon. Would that be okay if I talk to my recruiter now to clarify? Yes, you can. I will say that if you're not uncomfortable with the offer, because whatever they're paying you, whatever that number is, that's what you're getting unless you get promoted, okay? Simply send an email to the recruiter and say, I was under the impression that, no, you know what? No, it makes it seem like you haven't done your homework yet. I would simply just say, given thought and looking at the total compensation and doing market research in whatever area that you will be relocating for the job, whatever that is, and the market rate is, I'm not comfortable. Currently, this is what I need to accept this offer. I'm so excited with my opportunity to join this team. Is there any way that we could fix the offer? I would leave it like that. It would be crazy if they pull the offer or not respond to you. And if they do, why would you want to work for a company like that? I'm just being honest here. And they should offer you stock and SDE of all level, especially as an SDE2, and sign-on bonuses. Okay, it's a blackberry. Okay. Okay, you read 5 books and Mama will be there with you shortly, okay? We go for a long, long walk, okay? No walk. Holly, please tell me what to expect in design phone. When you say design, are we talking about UX? Oh, yeah, you are. You talk about portfolio. Okay. Design task. Should I speak about my portfolio? Yes, you should. Is this your first? Your phone interview. That's telling me that you have already, in your phone interview, rather than you speaking about your portfolio, the interviewer already have a copy of your portfolio, so let them lead. In general, you can use that as an example, but let the interviewer lead for you to give an answer, okay? That means that they have already liked the work that you've done. They want to dive deep a little bit to hear your explanations. Rodrigo Casas. Hi, Holly. Thanks for the view. You're welcome. London leader. We appreciate the authenticity. Well, one may say that I can get in trouble by being so honest, but this is just who I am, and you guys keep on coming back for it. Holly, I work in one of Amazon Fulfillment Center. Oh, this is an internal candidate. I am thinking to apply for an HR role. Are you already in HR, Shamara? I'm studying HR at the same time as well. How can I prepare best for my interview for HR resource? Well, first, what position are you currently at, Samira? For HR, I would say do your research. There's so much information. When you say there's so much HR generalist or HR business partner, and because you are already at Amazon, it's easier for you to transfer to a different role. So I would leverage your current HR business partner to help you. I know you have one. Especially fulfillment center, have multiple ones, okay? I would simply reach out to that individual and say, I'm really interested to be in the HR. Is there any way I can pick your brain and learn more? Look at what he just gave me. And learn more about your role. Okay, I would start from there so you know what you're getting yourself into. So guys, I have to speed it up because I can tell that my 3-year-old is running out of patience. You're welcome. Let me pick on someone new that I haven't helped yet, okay? I understand you're swimming in questions. My question is shown above. Thank you so much. Have I not answered your question, In? Well, I'm mainly swimming my question because of my child. I did answer your questions regarding Chime about group individual training plan. Yep, I just talked about that. And reach out to me via LinkedIn, okay? On the title, make sure you guys put your live stream or Tuesday live stream question so I can get right to you. That's because I'm really bombarded with a lot of messages of anything you guys can think of. People even send me their resume, their like email thread from the recruiter. It's all over the place where I don't have time to read it. I want to cater towards my community member who has specific questions for me. Okay, I am going to move on and pick on someone new that I have not helped yet. Hey, Tammy. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, Jagard. Look at him. He showed up and gave me a bunch of stars. Mendel had an interview for. Oh,
What is it?
what is that? Can you show Mama what that is? What is that?
This is a sun.
Is it a sun? What else do you have?
Hun.
Hun, I know. What's all the planets? Can you get all your is it 8 planets or 9 planets? Okay. Okay, lay it all out here on the floor for Mama, okay? Lay it all out here. This is the best he's ever behaved. Okay, recent grad here from Pacific Northwest. Yay! I work experience interview as well. It's over a week now and I haven't heard back. Should I reach out? For all of you guys who have interviewed at Amazon or connected with the recruiter, I know they're really bombarded right now.
It's Mercury.
What is that?
It's Mercury.
It's Mercury? Wow, it's Mercury. This is turning into a family blog coaching community right now. I would follow up with them every 2 business days at the bare minimum once a week to remind them because they are really bombarded with a lot of candidates right now. Christian, I am in Chile. Hello, I have my second interview. I'm applying for a senior manager architect. Could you give me some tips for an interview?
Venus.
Yay, I know. Is it Venus? Let me see. Let's show. That's Venus. Good job. And what else? What else? 5 more planets, please. I would recommend the Amazon Leadership Principle answer, and also just basically look at everything that says Amazon Leadership Principle in it, because I have a lot of answers and examples on all of them.
DCF.
Earth, yay! Good job. More, please. How are you guys liking the coaching live now? So do that, okay? The reason why I mentioned those 2 playlists, Christian, is that I do list out all of my topic behavioral questions, even for leadership. So you need to, yay, Mars. Oh, let's see, Mars, yay, good job, more please.
Okay.
How many planets? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's more. What's missing? Okay, go find more, please. You need to be able to demonstrate how you manage low performer. What is your strategic plan as a leader in scaling an organization, a program, or software? So all the examples that you will be giving, yay! As a senior manager, a people leader, you have to be able to demonstrate, especially regionally or globally, at a large scale in order to land an offer as a level 7. Okay, Christian? Tammy from New York City. After completing the entire interview process, how long should the candidate expect to wait for a decision? I have customers right now who have waited for about a month, okay? So if I were you, from the moment you start the process, you don't even have to wait until after the onsite. You should be following up with the recruiter every single week, especially after the onsite. You should also maintain your relationship with the hiring manager. Reach out to them on LinkedIn. What is that?
Saturn.
Wow, is it Saturn? Yay! What's Jupiter? Where's Jupiter?
Here.
Where? Mine don't see Jupiter.
But you see right here.
Okay. That's his birthday gift from his godfather. So he's very excited to show you guys his planets. When Renelda says I have a phone interview on Friday with worldwide position at what is
Virus.
who?
Virus.
Neptune? Is that Neptune?
No, that's virus.
Uranus?
Yeah.
Can you say Uranus?
Uranus.
Yay! Good job. Okay, Uranus. I was told the position is on hold pending an offer. Thoughts? At the end, pending second interview on hold. That's very often, Renelda, because They have so many applicants right now. That's what I mean. If the recruiter is not moving fast enough for you guys, you should follow up with them very regularly every 2 business days. At least once a week to every 2 business days. What's that? What's that? Oh, let me see. Neptune is far from sun?
Yeah.
Is it the farthest from the sun? Is it hot or cold? Bavu, I failed an interview largely due to feedback questions. Could you come up with a good example? What do you mean feedback question? I'm not really sure if I understood your answer, Pavu. If you could please clarify that for me. Also, Pavu, take a look at the career failure video that I put out a few weeks ago. Okay, that should help you answer and come up with your own example. You're welcome, London. Thanks, Naveen or Navin. Thanks, Navin. Oh, Dansky, you got an offer? What? You can tell I'm a little slow here trying to multitask, guys. Congratulations on your offer. I was in your live stream about 1 month ago. You helped me with my question. These have helped me so much. I'm so happy. Congratulations. You're going to have a wild ride at Amazon. Guys, I'm really sorry. I have to get going. And I know that for those who are in my Discord community, don't worry. I will give you all a lot of love in the next couple hours with all of your answer. And thank you so much for coming here. I'm going to randomly pick those that I have not answered yet. And if I have missed you, please do put it in the comment section, not on the live stream, on the regular comment section. And I will make an effort to answer them for you later on this evening. Please do not hit a button. Look, over here. Where's the camera?
Here.
Where's the camera? I am scheduled for the virtual interview next week. I also have a writing assessment due. You can turn in your writing sample 2 days before the on-site, the final round. Once I click on the link to start would be confined to a time. No, the writing example, don't click on any link until you have the writing example ready to go, which means you see what he's doing? Good job. Wow, good job. Okay, let me see. Come here. Look, you have some encouragement right here. Okay. Yay. Okay. Yay. Okay. Okay. You have to do it in advance. Make sure you spell check and answer the questions. No more than 2 pages, Mortaza. Okay. And then you put it on there to submit. Okay. South Africa. Hi. Can you say hi, Zijinza?
Hi.
Say hi, Jacinza.
Hi.
Wow, there's 100 people watching this live stream. Yay! And Mama only have 54 thumbs up. What's going on? Can you say thumbs up, please?
Thumbs up.
Can Mama thumbs up, please?
Thumbs up.
Can you say Mama like star?
Right there.
Mama like to give you star now, please.
Right there, please.
Okay, Mama have to work for 5 more minutes, okay? Mama want to look at Sam. Sam says the example for leadership principle need to be recent ones or with the old one work. You could do it within 8 years, but remember, Sam and everyone else, you need to stay high level, okay? High level that's relevant to the role you're interviewing for. And I talked a lot about this in all the live stream as well. Stay relevant. Just don't go past 8 years. I will not recommend that. And don't mention to the interviewer 8 years ago or 5 years ago or 6 years ago. You see where I'm going? Do not do that. Just simply say, as a software engineer, the problem I was trying to solve is just keep on going. Hi, Ivan. Sakib. Share a link, cover Amazon Fine. Sakib, I can't share a link that cover finance analysts. The reason being is that, guys, you guys see this as an example, right? I have literally everyone around the world here. I have Europe, I have Asia, I have America. Am I missing any? I have like North America, South America. I have so many continents, even like Australia, all of them are here. So if you guys want me to create certain link for like finance, this or that, I'm not going to be able to please everybody, okay? So you need to look at my Amazon interviewed tips. For now, I'm going to put you guys on hold for 30 seconds because he needs to go potty. I'll be right back. Let me just go ahead and mute you really quick. am back. Yes, Sakib, and that is why I can't do a video specifically on position title. And if you really need a certain level of help, you should consider joining my VIP membership because that's literally what we talk about every day, all day long. Okay? I just can't, it doesn't matter what I do in providing content, it's not going to please my audience worldwide. This is not just the 100 people who show up to my live stream every week. I know that a lot of people are watching in the back. That's not saying anything, and it will stay on YouTube forever. So there's got to be a time where someone is not satisfied with the way that I've answered the question because it's not catered towards the position that they're interviewing for, or what if they're not interviewing for Amazon? By the way, I'm not going to talk about Amazon forever. Okay, I'm doing it now because they are the one company that's hiring like crazy, and you guys are requesting me to do this, and that's why I'm here. But eventually, I do want to start talking about Facebook, Google, Apple, whatever companies that you guys have, even startup. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that is in the pot right now that's stirring up. There will be more stuff coming in 2021, but for now, I just want to help you guys land a job. Hey, wait, audio's working. Listen, guys, I just have to make sure my audio is there. Hey, Sylvia from Barcelona. Oh, I miss my tapas and my drinks and my ceviche. Hopefully one day I'll get to go back to Madrid and Barcelona. Herb says through AWS interview process, and unfortunately they are not moving forward. Wanted to know if I should continue to apply or pass interview. That's a great question. If you fail an Amazon interview, don't reapply. You don't want to be that person who fell an interview, reapply for 3, 5, 10, 50 jobs in the systems. The recruiter and hiring manager can see how many positions you applied for and rejected and your feedback. Okay? Spend this time in thinking about the question that was asked, the areas that you could work on, and start working on that. Okay? Like I have mentioned earlier, a lot of the top behavioral questions, my customer know this. What I'm sharing with them right now, and Irfan, if you're still watching this, they know because it's not just for Amazon. You know, they get a job at Amazon, they're waiting for an offer, but I also coach my community to interview with other companies as well and use the exact same strategy and behavioral questions, and they get multiple offers just by doing that. So do not think that Amazon is it, that's all you have, and you're gonna put all your eggs in one basket. And it's gonna negatively really affect you on their blacklist. Short list, is that what you guys call it? Shortlisted, dark listed, however you wanna call them, okay? Just focus on improving the areas that you could improve on, and everything that you need is literally on my channel. Lots of love to you from Zurich. Oh, I love Zurich. What a beautiful, beautiful country. Thanks, oh, thank you for coming by. Arukor, I see a lot of you in the background. There's a lot of you guys in the background who are now climbing up and stating a comment. Arukar says, I failed my internal promotion in Amazon. Don't look at it like you have failed an internal promotion. Getting a promotion in any big company is really hard. Amazon has the most employee in the world, okay? I'm just telling you guys that. I'm not even trying to make you feel better. It's hard because everyone is working towards from here to there. But if you just focus on the scope, the project that you're doing that is larger and larger scale, your likelihood of getting promotion is higher. I don't know what level you're in, but to get from a 5 to a 6 usually could take about 5 years. I have a lot of friends in the recruiting space, PM space, or software engineer. It takes them like 6 years to go from a level 5 to a level 6 SDE promotion, or from a level 7 to level 8. Let's not even talk about that. It could take you 10 years. Okay, and if you're a director, you're pretty much stuck there forever, because even a level 6 or a senior of engineer or recruiter, whatever it is, at an Amazon, your level of scale and scope is relevant to a director at like a Facebook and a Google. I mean that from the bottom of my heart because I worked for all of those companies before. For example, even as a level 6, the stuff that I have done is worldwide, like from the first day. There is no warming up, onboarding, or anything. Here you go. This is your clients. Go take care of all of Kindle. And when I did, I quickly found out that I need to hire people from Shenzhen, Beijing, Singapore, and all of that. I'm like, whoa, 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 I've never done this before. Just toughen up, think big, gather yourself together, create a plan, and execute. You see where I'm going? You need to be doing that for years and years. And I have so many friends who are level 6s for about 10 years before they get to a level 7. Okay? So about internal promotion, you just gotta keep on doing what you do best. If you're still at Amazon, I don't know how long you've been at Amazon. That's telling me that you've done a phenomenal job. You're also competing with a lot of smart people. That's one thing I really appreciate and I love about my experience there. A lot of my peers are really smart. I can learn a lot from them. And you think you're the smartest person now coming from other company, and you're like, for example, even if you get overachieve in your performance review, you step foot into an Amazon, you look around you and like, oh my God, look at what everyone else is building. Okay, so you just feel like you're fitting in at the same level. Okay, so you're a smart person. You've been there, so just keep up. Don't feel demotivated. I would ask your manager to help you to be set up for the next phase in your career. And a good leader should do that. If your manager is not giving that to you, maybe it's time for you to change team. Yes, Sylvia says, I got 2 requests for phone interview with 2 different positions. That's good. I don't think I did great. Tomorrow morning, I'll have the other one, senior program manager. Just do the best you can. Just to let you know, Sylvia, they do share feedback and they can see each other's feedback. Okay? Just do the best that you can. Fingers crossed for you. Jasmine, I love it. Look at her. The answer, and then you give me star in front of it. I love this. Jasmine says, thanks so much for doing this video and making this community super accessible for everyone. Any tips for product management technical outside of leadership principle? I would say you just need to know the only technical part. First of all, you need to know your product management lifecycle very well, inside and out, in details and in examples. Okay, don't be vague. And you need to be a product owner. Everything that comes out of your mouth as an example. You own it, you let it, you drove it, you execute it, and here's the result. As well as systems architecturing and designing. You need to have the visual aspect and also partnership with the engineering team, UI and designer team as well. Okay, you need to have example how you collaborate cross-functional team in delivering and scaling that product. Hope that answers your question, Jasmine. Okay, Eon001, while waiting to hear back from Amazon, I received a job offer with Google. Yay! Too bad my button is not functioning at the moment and I'm afraid to press the wrong button. Yay! Makes me so happy to hear that. Hopefully I can use what I learned from Amazon interview prep to help me in the interview. You can. When I talk about Amazon so much, it's not really the Amazon process. It's because Amazon is because the time that I used to train making great hiring decision is using the STAR method, guys, to teach all of the hiring teams how to interview you guys and peeling the layer of onions, right? That is so powerful where a lot of the companies don't do that. A lot of companies I know, they kind of copy those answers from Amazon, even down to leadership principle, because rather than bias for action, they call it moving fast. Rather than customer obsession, they call it customer centric or customer service. You guys get where I'm going. All the company are the same thing. They ask the same questions. They have the same leadership principle. Amazon just has 14 of them. Okay? That's why if you just listen to my voice, follow my strategies, you will get multiple offers. I promise you. I need you to work hard. If you're willing to work hard, you will see the results. And hey, Dean. Rajesh. Once getting the job, how early does someone can move to a location in different country? What happened to sign-on bonus stock and etc.? Well, when you get an offer, your recruiter would go through all of that with you. Nothing happened. Your sign-on bonus is your sign-on bonus. If you leave the company after the first less than 6 months, you would have to repay your first year sign-on bonus. same thing as your second year, okay? So let's just say that I'm giving you a sign-on bonus for year 1 and 2. You know what? I should make, I'm just gonna make a video on compensation so that I'm not taking up, I don't know when my kid will act up again. So I'm trying to, you guys can tell I'm speeding it up a little bit. It doesn't affect you unless you leave the company in less than 12 months, okay? Your stock is not going to vest anyway until after your first year. And you can take that with you if you leave the company. As far as relocation, if you're hired for a different location, it's really up to you, or if you're holding any visa, if your working visa is approved. Let me know if that has answered your question, Rajesh. In Amazon, seems like if you don't fit the position but know how to use star very well, basically the position is yours. Exactly, my friend. You see that? I'm going to move what he just said around here. Check this out, guys. And let me repeat myself one more time. At Amazon or at any company at all, not just Amazon, even if you don't have the experience, you're able to be concise with examples that are relevant. You just have to use the STAR method the way that I've been teaching you guys in the last year. You will land a job offer because I've seen so many people who've done this technique. I don't care what anyone says about how passionate I am with the STAR methods. The 80 people that is in my community, actually about 100 people is in my community right now, they know. Even some who landed a job offer still choose to stick around in the community to help others. Oh, Beth, you're so sweet. Beth says, I'm a member of one of the groups. I'm here to tell you that if you want a job at Amazon or high-tech companies, spend the money's investment. Oh, thank you. Hey, Juan. I love that star. Can I please have some star? I would love to see some star. Star really motivates me. Hey, Jennifer. Hi, Sin. Hey, thank you, Dean. Thank you, Marita. Thank you, Herb. I love this. I love my star. I'm going to leave this. In fact, I'm going to leave it here until I am done because I want you guys to see how dead serious I am with the star method. Okay? And let me explain to you why. Oh, I can't block my 49er in the bottom. Because it's all about the star, guys. Honestly. It is the star. It's all about the star. You could have great questions, but if you're too long-winded, you will lose the audience within 30 seconds. My star method is telling you how to answer the questions in 60 seconds or less. Don't argue with me because 100 people in my community agree with me, and it has worked, okay? It has worked, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, that's enough. Aw. It makes me so happy when professional actually listens and pay attention to what I say. Hey, Lily. Okay, Lily says, wow, look at Lily. Just go right into the point. Look at Lily. Are you guys watching this? She's putting STAR and just give me her answer. Situation, I was tasked to design an office furniture line of cubicles. Her task was, I used 3D CAD software to modify existing working parts, designing the cubicle line based on an understanding of the sheet metal. I love it. Yes, 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 Lily. Action plan. I prioritize modularity to save tooling costs. That's frugality. Wonderful. Prioritize metal usage and also kept in mind the need for split. Wow. The result, I generated a working prototype with multiple computer rendering for further discussions with manufacturing team. Yes. Yes, Lily. Beautiful. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this because I love it so much. Oh my God. This is wonderful. It's not often that I have my member come out so clean. Yes. Thank you so much for listening. If you answer all of the behavioral questions like this, Lily, you're going to land an offer. I'm going to look forward to your LinkedIn message to me to tell me that you've landed an offer and let me know with what company. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing it. Hey, Sunny. Got my email yesterday. I didn't make it to the second interview. Is there any more? It's okay, Sunny. Let's think about what questions and what area that you could have done better in. And If I were you, I would relook my answer and try to improve. Guys, it's going to take you at least bare minimum 2 months to master on interviewing with any company, because interviewing truly is an art. It is absolutely not a marathon, okay? If anyone who reached out to me on LinkedIn for a quick answer, or I actually have that, guys. Can you give me a quick answer? Can you tell me, is it too much to ask, Holly, if I'm asking you to tell me how I can land a job? No, it is too much to ask, because you need to do the work. You need to do the work, guys. Look at what Lily just did. Everybody scroll up. Look at Lily's example. Oh my God, this girl. Okay, let me just calm down. I get so excited when I see a perfect example. Tell me a time you had to ask yourself why 5 times in order to get the root cause or solutions. That is also insist on higher standard as well. Take a look at insist on higher standard, that video. It's all about why is it so crucial or critical for you to get the data or the information, and what kind of result are you expecting, Zingisa? Okay? Let me just put it, this is excellent, by the way. Oh, I forgot to remove that. This is excellent, okay? What is so important and critical for you to ask the questions in getting the result that you want? Do your thing, Mama Bay. Oh, thanks, Tanya. Hey, Mama Bay got to do whatever it takes. Hey, Prince. How to make failure story. Prince, take a look at my career failure video live stream that I've done. I've also critiqued everybody's answer as well. Okay? It is on there. It's about 2 weeks ago. I have 61 thumbs up. What happened to more of my thumbs up, guys? I love to get more from you guys. From you guys, you know who you are, who's watching in the back seat, who's not putting your comments in there. I get it. I feel you. If you don't have any questions, you just want to listen and take notes, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up either here. If you don't feel like giving me emoji, do it in the live chat. I can see them right here. Okay, I'm going to pick on Matt. I have my virtual on-site interview coming up as a cloud support engineer, waiting on an email to schedule 2 engineer interview, 2 manager. Yep. Do you have any insight if the technical interview will ask the behavioral question? Listen, guys, behavioral questions are not any questions. It's around the star. For example, you're interviewing for cloud support engineer. If I were to ask you a question, Matt, without seeing your resume or knowing anything about you, if I were to say, can you please tell me a time where you're able to solve a technical questions as a cloud architect or a cloud support engineer, right? If I ask you that could might as well be a real actual question. All you have to do is tell me the situation. What position title were you? Okay, what was the problem you're trying to solve? And what was the technical skill that you used to solve that problem? And what was the result? Do you see where I'm going, Matt? Use the star method. It will save your life. The behavioral question, guys, are all the same. Literally all the same. For all of you guys, I don't even have to read the questions. Can you give me an example for PM, for data analyst? Fine, it's all the same. And if you look at it, you need to be able to create your own story. That's what makes it unique and different. I'm not even going to tell him to lower the volume. He needs to do him. In Draining, hello. Vernon, you're still waiting for an offer. Well, hopefully you are able to get the offer soon, okay, my friend? And thank you so much for coming back and being connected with me. It was a pleasure. Dean says, I love it. Dean says, most experienced military are experts in managing time, personnel, and access. Yes. You guys hear what Dean just says? Dean, if you're, I'm sorry, my apologies if you and I have already corresponded on LinkedIn. I'm trying to remember everyone. LinkedIn is a beast, which I love, but there's so many of you guys, I can't, I will lose my memory eventually. I could be going on early Alzheimer with having multitask so much and homeschooling my son at home as well. But if you have a military background, I love it. why are you interested in Amazon? Why do you think you're a good fit without any of the, let's just say, warehouse or operational experience, Dean? Well, coming from an expert military program, we are a true expert on managing time, personnel, as well as access. Let me give you an example. Without the ability to manage the expert and being 100% correct, we would get in trouble and being able to affect the world. What is it? How do you affect the world? Literally anything you do in the military space affect every single thing around, not just your team, okay? Because you are delivering a service for the world, for all of US. That's excellent. Even without any experience at all, you just have to come strong and you're confident, have to show up in your tone. Thank you so much for sharing that, Dean. You make me very excited. I need to calm down. Hi, Mutiz, how are you? Is there a questions about telling me a time you fell in a project? There is. Rather than saying, tell me about time you have failed or made a mistake in a project, or tell me about your career failure, it's really all the same, Mutiz, okay? Look at my video on a failure. The video is called Failure. Look at my personal example and my template. Yes, I have a template for all of you guys in there, and create yours. If that's not good enough, I also have my STAR methods technique template as well, and watch how I train other folks in doing this. Why didn't you dive deep before starting the project? Is this possible? Of course. How to become a VIP member? Well, reach out to me on LinkedIn. If you look at my previous video, I should have a link on there that says VIP member. I will hold the price of my monthly membership until 2021, okay? Because I still feel that the market is now used to the pandemic, but it's slowly, extremely slowly picking up until I see that the market is coming back and not so many millions of people are still affected by the pandemic. I will keep the price as it is until 2021. Okay, so reach out to me via LinkedIn. Let me know that you're Mutiz from YouTube. And there should be a link on all of my video as well. Hi, Michael. HR employee relation consultant interviewing for Amazon HR investigator role. That's cool. Any insight on the HR question? That would be the same as all the behavioral questions. But if you're interviewing for investigation role, you need to really hone in on your ability to dive deep, okay? Diving deep, how you solve problem with data. It's highly important for this role. And yes, of course, I have a video that's called data. How do you solve a problem with limited data or no data? Check that out. That's about a few weeks ago as well. Quanti new, your videos are awesome. I have my BR round. How do you know it's a BR round? For risk manager. I can't remember if I have a video on bar racer. I think I thought I did. If you take a look at my on-site interviewed video, Quanti, I talked a lot about BR. Actually, I talk about BR in a lot of my Amazon interview tips video with the hyperlink, so you're not wasting 2 hours watching the whole thing. Risk management or not, for transportation, that's TRMS. It's the same behavioral questions. The bar racer is just someone that's not in the same team. That's it. Don't be scared. I know a lot of you guys are nervous. I actually love the bar racer program. Their job is to make sure that the interviewer as well as the hiring manager don't demonstrate any biases in interviewing you and making sure that you have a fair assessment. Okay, I love the BR program. Amazon, if you're watching right now, I love your BR program. And can you please tell your BR to put the recruiter in his or her place? Follow up with the candidates and stop making the candidate wait. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Ed. How are you, Ed? Herb says, I also signed up for VIP. Well, if you sign up for VIP during this live stream, I wouldn't have the time to add you to all the benefit yet, but I will get back to you in a little bit. Hi. Okay. Okay. Mama still, can Mama have 5 minutes, please?
No.
Where are your planet? Can you get more your planet? No. You have a lot of planet. Peace?
No.
Peace? Okay, hold this for my hold your book. Oh yeah, but you're so good today. Are you a good boy or bad boy?
Bye-bye.
Are you a good boy? Okay, what good boy do? What good?
Mama.
Oh, good boy, mama. Can I have kissy? My kissy. Okay. What's your name? What's your name?
Tata.
Parker. What's your name?
Tata.
How old are you?
Tata.
How old are you?
Tony.
You're turning 3. Yeah, you're turning 3. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, I gotta go. My time is up. If I have not answered your questions, please do throw it in the bottom and I will get back to you. Thank you so much for being here. And Lily, fantastic job on your star. I love how you're catching me off guard. I didn't expect that. Great work. Thank you, Beth, for the kind word. Christian, great seeing you. Juan, John, Phinesis, Martusa, Anlu, Gus, Herb. Varon, congratulations again, waiting for your offer. Stephanie, GS, Michelle, the rest of you guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys next Tuesday. What time? 12:30 Pacific Standard without my son. Bye, say bye. Can you say bye?
Bye.
That's my credit card. Can you say bye?
Bye.